So to start this off, we're going to grab our category 4 yarn, make a slip it a knot, grab our 5mm hook, and we're going to start off by making a chain of 5. Then once we have our 5, we're going to insert our hook into that first chain that we did and secure it with a slip stitch to make a circle. And then from here, we're going to chain up 1 to secure everything. And then we're going to insert our hook into the middle of the circle that we just made with 2 single crochet. Here's 1 and 2. From here, go ahead and chain up 2. And then this will be the corner of our pentagons. From here, put in another 2 single crochet into the middle of the loop, chain 2, and then we're going to keep doing this until we have 5 of these corners. So this is what we should have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, about to do the 5th. Once we have the 5th, this is our chain 2. We're just going to slip stitch it into that first single crochet that we made. Then once we get here, we're going to do slip stitches until we get to the first corner. So 2 slip stitches into the next 2 loops. Once we get into the corner, we're going to single crochet just to secure it in, and then from here we're going to start doing our corners. So we're going to start off by chaining 5. The first 3 count as a double crochet. We're going to prepare for a double crochet, insert our hook into that same gap that we're in with a double crochet. And then from here, this is what we should have, and we're going to want to get to the next corner. So we're going to chain 2, prepare for a double crochet, insert your hook into that next corner gap that we have. Chain 3, prepare for a double crochet into that same gap. Once we reach all the way around, go ahead and connect with a slip stitch. As you can see, our pentagon is starting to form, and from here, we're just going to chain up 1, and then we're going to insert our hook into every single loop just once with a single crochet going all the way around. Once we make our way around, connect with a slip stitch. Once we've single crocheted once into every loop that we have, now we're going to work on a solid row of double crochet, but making the corners a little bit more prominent. So as you can see, this is where we ended off, and this is a corner. It might be hard to tell, but you can see that it bends where it needs to. So we're actually going to single crochet into the next loop. And then as you can see, the next loop is the first single crochet in this corner, because remember we did a chain 3 originally and then put a single crochet on top of that chain 3, so there should be 3 right here. So from here, we're just going to keep this regular. We're going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet. From here, we're going to prepare for a double crochet into that next loop, so the second loop into that chain 3. And from here, we're going to do a chain 3. This counts as our corner. Prepare for a double crochet, and then double crochet into that same loop that we're in, just to make that corner a little bit more prominent. And from here, we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then double crochet once into every loop that we have, going all the way down until we get to that middle loop into our corner again, and then we're going to do the same thing that we did here. So a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the same loop. And we're going to keep doing this pattern until we have a total of 3 corners. So as you guys can see, we are almost done with the third one, like I said. And then from here, if you guys want to take a look, I only have 2 loops left. And from here, we're actually going to do a treble crochet, because these 2 corners is going to act as the base of our neck, and we're going to want just those corners to shoot up a little bit higher. So we're going to prepare for a treble crochet, insert our hook into the next loop, and then into the middle of this corner, another treble crochet. And now that we have our 2 treble crochet, we're going to chain 3, prepare for another treble crochet, and then go into the same loop that we're in, because this is still the corner. It's going to be exactly the same like how the other ones are, just with a treble crochet, and then a treble crochet next to this one as well. And from here, we're just going to do regular double crochets until we get to the second to last loop into this corner. And as you can see, this is where our treble crochets are, and we're about to do another treble crochet. We left the last 2 loops. There's this one, and then that middle loop into this corner. So we're going to prepare for a treble crochet, insert our hook into the next loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, treble crochet, insert it into the middle of that corner, so that corner loop. Once we have this, chain 3, prepare for a treble crochet, insert our hook into that middle loop again to make our corners, and then into the next loop, a treble, and then after this, is all going to be regular, just double crochets until we get to the end and then slip stitch it together. So once we lay it down nicely, this is what we should have. As you guys can see, this corner comes up a little bit more because this is where we did our treble crochets, and this is going to be the base of our neck. We're not going to touch this right now, but from here we're actually going to be working into this bottom portion so that we can be working on the bottom detail. But since we're here, we're going to chain up 1 and cut. And for my design, I'm going to be putting this color away, and I'm going to be bringing out the real star of this piece, which is this beautiful yarn. It was sent to me by someone that I met on Instagram. Her name is Lily Mo. This yarn, you guys, is absolutely gorgeous. She hand dyes all of these yarns, and they are 100% cotton. I will leave all of her necessary links down below, and it's perfect because it matches perfectly with this color as well. So I'm super excited about it. I'm definitely going to be grabbing some next, and you guys will be seeing more of her. But thank you so much. If you guys want to support me, go ahead and support her. Her links will be in the description. But with all of that praise being said for the amazing Lily Mo, we are going to continue. We're going to grab our yarn, make a slip knot, and then we're going to insert our hook into this corner right here, and then we're just going to be working in between these loops. So we're going to be working between here and here. Just going to turn our work a little bit, insert our hook, and then from here we're going to chain up 1 to secure, and we're going to be putting 1 single crochet into every loop that we have, making sure that we go into the back loops only until we get to this other corner. So just regular single crochet into the back loops only, and this is just to give this a little bit more definition, just so we know that it's a different section. Really quickly, I can't even tell you guys how excited I am to use this yarn. I just did 1 row of single crochet, and look at how cute this looks already. I'm mad at how cute this looks, but we're going to keep moving because we don't need this video being 15 minutes long. So from here, what we're going to do is chain up 1. We're going to flip our work, and then we're going to be doing 1 row of single crochet all the way until we get to the middle of this increase that we did right here. And the increase is just the middle of the corner where we did the 3 single crochets. So we just single crocheted into every loop all the way until we got to the middle. Once when we get here, what we're going to do is insert our hook into that middle loop. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to do another single crochet into that same loop. And this forms our corner. We will have a little gap right here. And then from here, put 1 single crochet into every loop that we have going back down. Once we single crocheted back down, what we're going to do from here is chain up 1, flip your work, and put 1 single crochet into every loop that we have all the way up until we get the gap, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well. Once we single crocheted all the way down until we got to the gap, what we're going to do is put 1 single crochet into the gap, chain 2 just like how we did in the previous row, and then put another single crochet into that same gap. And then from here, put 1 single crochet into every loop that we have, going all the way back down. Once we get down, we're going to chain up 1, continue doing single crochet, and then putting 1 single crochet into the gap, chain 2, 1 single crochet just like we just did. And then we're going to keep going until this peak reaches the bottom of your chest. So from mine, right underneath the pendant to the bottom, I'm going to have about 4 inches. So this is what I got once we have the length that we want, and now we're going to start working on the side panels. So how we're going to do that, we're going to chain up 1, flip our work, and then we're going to do single crochets all the way up until we get to the second to last loop right before the gap. So as you can see, I have 2 loops right before I get to that middle gap, and what I'm going to do is single crochet into that next loop, and then we're going to do a decrease into the next loop and then into the gap. So from here, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, insert our hook into that gap, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's our decrease, and this is what we're going to keep doing just on this side, just to make this blunt. So once we get this here, chain up 1, flip our work, we're going to insert our hook into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, into the next loop, yarn over, pull through. We should have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then from here, single crochet once in every loop going all the way down. Once when you get to the end, chain up 1, flip your work, and once you work your way back down this way, remember that we're doing decreases, and we're going to keep doing this until it decreases all the way down to a point. And then once we have that, we're going to cut and tie and then do the same thing that we did on this side. Really quickly, I just need to tell you guys how much I am loving this yarn. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so excited to be able to use this for other projects because this didn't use up the entire hank. So this is what we got once we have both of these side panels done, and I went ahead and cut and tied both ends. And then from here, we're just going to be working on a border of single crochet, and I'm going to be switching out my colors. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm just going to take my next color, make a slip knot, and then I'm going to start somewhere in the middle over here, insert your hook into one of these loops. It doesn't matter which one. And then these are also side loops. There's no real gaps for us to go into, so we're just going to have to figure this out. But we're just going to pull it through, chain up one to secure, and then go ahead and single crochet all the way around the top. So once we made it all the way around with our single crochet, I connected it with a slip stitch. And then from here, I'm going to chain up one and cut, and then we're going to do a quick net and bulb border. So what we're going to do is grab our yarn. I'm going back to this beautiful colored yarn down here. Going to make a slip knot. And then I'm going to start off at one of these peaks. So as you can see, this is the corner, and then there were 3 single crochet here. So I'm just going to go into the second one, so the middle one. Here it is. I'm going to insert my hook, and then I'm going to start off by making a chain of 4. The first 3 count as a double crochet. We're going to prepare for a half double crochet, and then we're going to half double crochet not into the next loop, but the loop after that. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And the first one starts off as a double crochet because we do want the base of the neck to flare out just a little bit, so it's easier for it to tie around our necks. But from here, we're going to chain 1, prepare for a half double crochet, and the rest of these are going to be half double crochets. So we're going to keep doing this until we get to this corner, and I'll show you guys how to do that once we get there. So we're finally at the corner, and how we're going to do this corner and the next one. Chain 1, prepare for a half double crochet, half double crochet into the corner loop. This is going to be a little bit different. There might be a loop in between, there might not be, but we're still going to do it this way even if you don't have an extra loop. But once we have this, we're going to chain 3, prepare for another half double crochet, and half double crochet into that same loop that we're in, making a corner just like that. And from here, chain 1, prepare for a half double crochet, and then continue on with the pattern. And then we're going to keep doing this all the way around, but I'm not going to go above the base of the neck. I'm going to leave that alone. So we have one more net left to do. And as you can see, we're going to insert it into this next loop because this is the corner. We're going to chain up 1, and the last one that we're going to do is going to be a double crochet. So prepare for a double crochet, skip 1 loop, insert your hook into that corner loop with a double crochet. And this is just so that it curves up a little bit at the base of your neck. But once we get here, we're going to do a row of bulbs. So we're going to chain up 1, flip our work. We're going to single crochet into that first gap that we made, and then from here we're going to chain up 3, and then single crochet into the same gap that we're in, and this counts as our first bulb. And then into this next gap, we're just going to be doing 1 single crochet because I don't want to be doing 1 bulb in every gap that we have because it looks a little busy. So we're just going to skip 1, go into the third with a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into that gap. And then we're going to keep doing this until we get to this corner. We're going to skip this corner, but I'll show you how to do that once we get there. So we're finally at this corner with our bulbs, and then as you guys remember, we did a chain of 3 in between to make the corner. So we're going to insert our hook into that first chain that we did, and then into the second chain we're actually going to be doing an increase. So we're going to be putting 3 single crochet into that middle loop, and then into that last loop 1 more single crochet. So I'm not doing a bulb into the corner, but once we make it all the way around, single crochet into the first gap, chain 3, single crochet into the same gap. And then we're going to continue with this pattern all the way around. Once we've done our row of bulbs all the way around, the last thing that we have to do for this portion is just do single crochets across the top. So once we're here, go ahead and just put 1 single crochet into every loop that we have. Once we get to the end, cut and tie. So this is where we're at once we have the entire border done, and one of the last things that we have to do other than weaving in the ends is making the straps, and I'm just going to make one long strap so that we have some options for the tying in the back. But I'm just going to insert my hook into one of these top corners, grab our yarn, make a slip knot, and since I'm making one long strap, mine's going to be about 35 inches. But yours can obviously be shorter or longer. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Once when I get the length that I want, I'm going to cut and tie and do the same thing on the other side. Once we have our chains, the last thing that we have to do is weave in all of our ends. Once we've woven in the ends, this is our top. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I honestly think the colors of this yarn really elevated this top to a whole new level, especially the hand-dyed yarn that I received from Lily Mo Designs. Her links will be in the description, so go ahead and show her some love and tell her TCDDIY sent y'all. If you like this piece or any other piece on the channel, give it a thumbs up. It's right beneath the video. It lets YouTube and I know you're enjoying the videos, and it goes a long way to help the channel grow to gain more traction. But if you didn't like it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs down, but leave me a comment letting me know why you didn't like it, or if you just have some questions or requests, or if you just want to say hi. I usually reply pretty quick. If you love it, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's right beneath the video. It'll let you know when there's a new video uploaded to the channel, get you a little bit more priority for requests, and it goes a long way with helping the channel grow so I can keep making great videos for you guys. And if you're already subscribed, thank you. But also please hit that notification bell so you know when there's a new upload for you right away. And also don't forget to share with your crafty friends. Every little bit helps. All the necessary links will be in the description for the yarns and the hooks, along with the links to my Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and Etsy Depop and Posh. That's a lot to say. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one.